We're back again. It's been a long time.
It is.
Actually, it's not that long. We had Simo here, didn't we?
Oh, yeah, we did a little pop-up with Simo.
A little off the cuff, but tonight we're actually a little bit more organised.
Yeah.
And it's number 37,
yes.
Isn't it? So we've done 37 live streams since, I don't know, in 2 years.
Yeah. We got 700 people on right now.
Already.
So tonight's a special night, and during the week I just had a brainwave. I thought, why don't we do something different? And I thought I've always wanted to, like, my dream when we started doing this was to be able to feature some great Nashville musicians and singers, and tonight we got one of the legends of Nashville recording, and original member of the A-Team, and the A-Team is the guys that played on all the great records that we all know. And this guy, Charlie McCoy, is the harmonica player, played the vibes as well. On Tom T. Hall, Bob Dylan, you're better off telling people, but aren't we honoured to have him here tonight, just to sit in with the French family band?
Thank you. I'm so proud to be here.
Oh, we're honoured. We got Dennis Crouch back here on the bass.
Yay, Dennis!
He's one of the 18 too.
Yes.
And we've got Josh Hunt on the drum tonight. He's an A-Team musician, one of the greats.
Yes. No.
I can't believe he was available tonight. He's always playing at Rudy's Jazz Club or somewhere like that.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us, gentlemen. We're pretty excited about having you all play with us tonight.
In our lounge room, hey? We've got them all in our little lounge room.
I know.
Hey, Sonny, what do you reckon?
Crazy.
Insane, it's beast.
You got to get on the mic too when we talk. We've got to get on the mic because that mic won't pick it all up. So.
All right. As usual, we're going to do some of our favourite songs. We're going to get Charlie to play some songs as well. This first song we're going to play is one that Stuie and I, it was our one and only number one, wasn't it, in Australia?
It's better than number two.
It is, but it was it was funny because the name of the song is Wives Don't Like Old Girlfriends, and it went to number one the week we got married, didn't it?
It did, it went the week we got married.
So anyway, we're going to do that one for you now.
This was brought out by Chet Atkins, and Susie Boggess brought this song out, and anyway, we thought this applies to us pretty well, so anyway, here we go.
It began, I believe, when Adam found Eve. He woke up and made her his wife. And on that very next day, she asked in dismay, am I the first girl in your life? Wives don't like old girlfriends, you know that's a fact of life. Wives don't like old girlfriends, and girlfriends don't like old wives. No, they don't, Stuie.
And if you don't like, well, I'll get every guy has an old flame that he thinks about. Wives pretend not to care, but to them it's so clear as if they were thinking out loud.
Wives don't like old girlfriends, you know that's a fact of life. Wives don't like old girlfriends, and girlfriends don't like old wives. Oh, it's an awful sad affair. And though it's not going anywhere, wives don't like old girlfriends, you know that's a fact of life. Wives don't like old girlfriends, and girlfriends don't like old wives. Well, you know that's a fact of life. Yeah, girlfriends don't like, you know they don't like them. Girlfriends don't like old wives.
Now, as usual, I want people I trust. You've got to put your name on there.
Yeah, some feedback.
Some feedback on the sound, because it's all hit and miss here. I just set the dials as close as I can get it and hope and pray it's going to turn out.
I know you've got Doug Vickers watching, so Doug.
Doug, what would Doug know? He just mixed sound for James Brown. What would he know?
He knows a lot, more than you.
I resemble that remark.
All right, Sonny boy. What have you got, darling?
I've been listening to a lot of Charlie Rich recently. He's just a legend, absolute beast.
I might need it.
And yeah, I didn't realize he was, like, there's this cool album called like Silver Fox or something, and it goes through all his different spurts, like what he did. He started playing classical piano when he was young, and then he played like big band, and then he did like rock and roll, blues, and then country. But it's really cool. But this is one of his songs.
Charlie
that I
probably
really
played
like.
on it.
Yeah.
I did. I played on a few.
That is cool.
Of course you did.
Mohair
Probably.
Sam.
Mohair Sam. You played on Mohair Sam.
Yeah.
I heard a story about Mohair Sam that when the Beatles met Elvis in the 60s, they were both in love with that song, Mohair Sam. And they were both listening to it. That's what they had in common when they met. That was their favourite song.
Okay.
Charlie Rich had a hit with, I don't know how big a song it was, but Charlie McCoy played on it.
Yeah.
Did you play for Elvis?
Sorry.
Did you play on Elvis records?
13 albums.
All right. Silly question.
Wow.
Wow,
Wow, man.
oh my gosh.
That is so
Most of
cool.
them were movie soundtracks.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this Charlie Rich song.
Sometimes at the end of the day, before I head home, I make a stop along the way, get a couple of drinks, wait for the 5 o'clock rush to go by. And almost always there's a lady, yeah, and it's so hard when she starts coming on. But I pack it on up, turn it around, and take it on home. Sometimes I gotta go out of town, I'll be gone for a couple of days. And this buddy of mine, he's a hound in the first degree. There's the ladies, oh, and it's so hard when you're riding alone. But I pack it on up, turn it around, and take it on home. I take it on home to the woman that stands by me. 'Cause I know she'd do the same if she was me. And I wouldn't know where to turn to if she was gone. So when I ain't working, I don't hang out, I take it on home. I pack it on up, turn it around, and take it on home.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Good job, Sonny.
Great
I
song.
love that song.
Yeah.
Where do you dig these songs up from, son? I know you did. You found that old record, but it was one of those records. Someone sent us some vinyl,
Yeah.
some records, and we've got a little record player down there. And you can't get a lot of these things on CD or
Yeah.
any other way. So it's great to hear these old records, and they just sound so good.
All right. Charlie.
Charlie, we would love you to do one now.
I'm just going to change guitars while you're talking.
Sure. I'm originally from southern West Virginia, and the town I'm from is called Oak Hill. It's right on the edge of the New River Gorge, which is a few people know about the New River Gorge. It's one of the amazing whitewater rivers in America. And on New Year's Day, 1953, Hank Williams, before it became 53, they left Knoxville, Tennessee, a driver taking him to Canton, Ohio, where he would do a New Year's Day concert. And of course, there were no interstates back then, and anyone who's ever driven West Virginia's country roads, you know it's slow going because it's been said that if you could take an iron West Virginia flat, it would be bigger than Texas. But anyway, so they stopped in my hometown, 6 a.m., and filled the car up with gas. The driver got some coffee, and he went back to see if Hank wanted coffee or breakfast, and Hank was gone already. And so the hospital came, they examined him. Yes, he's gone. And the local funeral home there then prepared the body to send it back to Montgomery, Alabama for the funeral and the burial. And the owners of the funeral home were friends of my mother's. Now, when I was 11 years old, I didn't have a clue who Hank Williams was. But when I moved to Nashville, I found out real quick who he was and how important he was. He was 29 years old when he passed. He didn't have a high school education, and his music is still so popular. So I'd like to do one of those, and this is a fun song he had called Mind Your Own Business. One, two, 1, 2, 3. If the wife and I are fighting, brother, that's all right. 'Cause me and that sweet woman got a license to fight. Why don't you mind your own business?
Mind your own business.
Hey, mind your own business.
Mind your own business.
'Cause if you mind your business, then you won't be minding mine. Well, the gal next door, she's a nosy thing. Picks up her phone when she hears mine ring. Why don't you mind your own business?
Mind your own business.
Hey, mind your own business.
Mind your own business.
'Cause if you mind your business, then you won't be minding mine. I'm gonna mind my own business. Well, the gal next door. I already said that one, didn't I? All right, third verse. Well, I got a little gal wears her hair up high. The boys all quiver when she walks by. Why don't you mind your own business?
Mind your own business.
Hey, mind your own business.
Mind your own business.
'Cause if you mind your business, then you won't be minding mine. Now minding other people's business seems to be high tone. Got all that I can handle just to mind my own. Why don't you mind your own business?
Mind your own business.
Hey, mind your own business.
Mind your own business.
'Cause if you mind your business, then you won't be minding mine. It's the guitars minding their business. I may tell a lot of stories that don't ring true, but I'll get to heaven just as quick as you. Why don't you mind your own business?
Mind your own business.
Hey, mind your own business.
Mind your own business.
'Cause if you mind your business, then you won't be minding mine. All right, last time. If I want a honky tonk around the 203, brother, that's my headache. Don't you worry about me. Why don't you mind your own business?
Mind your own business.
Hey, mind your own business.
Mind your own business.
'Cause if you mind your business, you'll be busy all the time.
Yeah. Mr. Charlie McCoy. That was awesome.
That was so cool.
great. Wow. So lucky.
I'm not following that. Who's next?
Probably you, knowing your luck.
That's not fair. It's not fair.
Yep, sorry, Stuie. You're up.
Mind your own business. I'm not.
What's the next one?
Well-
Buck and Mel.
Well, they reckon Hank Williams, you know, is one of the greats, and I reckon I wrote a song about Buck Owens and Merle Haggard, and I think they carried that dream on a little bit more. I reckon. Do you reckon, Dennis?
Yeah, absolutely.
You better.
I've got to get this down. I've got to get it down out of this lounge.
Agree with that.
Everything I'm in agreement with until I leave.
That's right. Yeah. No, I wrote this song, and I'm not pretty crazy trying to follow Charlie McCoy and Hank Williams, but anyway, I'm going to do it anyway because this is my lounge room, and I can do what I like.
That's right.
And only just written it actually, and today I already changed something in it, so I just hope I remember what I've changed.
There's a water there too, Charlie.
No, I don't.
You right? Okay.
Right.
Oh, food.
You right there, Fufu? You're going to play some resonator, are you?
Yeah.
Just got to remember to turn it right up and change the leads over. Got this little Fender guitar the other week, and it's a resonator guitar that's got a pickup in it, and fair bit more volume. No, it's not plugged into that. It's just straight into the amp.
Oh.
Yep. All right. 1, 2. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Just imagine living through the 60s, when rock and roll, it seemed to rule the world. Country music had moved uptown from the 50s, and from way out west along came Buck and Merle. From where the Dust Bowl Okies packed those smoky places, to hear fiddles, pedal steels and loud guitars. Those old boys sure put some big smiles on some faces. And with a swinging band, the next stop was the start. They could make you dance, make you cry, or even fight. Out honky-tonkin' late into the night. For a while, all your cares they would erase. They kept it real, Buck had the groove, Merle set the pace. Old Buck paid his dues working for the stars. Old Mo did his time behind and in the bars. Come on here, Charlie. They could make you dance, make you cry, or even fight. Out honky-tonkin' late into the night. For a while, all your cares they would erase. They kept it real, Buck had the groove, Mel set the place. Paved the way, saved the day, they changed our world. They were the best direct from the west, old Buck and Mel. Yeah!
What a solo.
Wow, Charlie. You never heard that song, but you played like you... Yeah, wow. So what, I hope you guys don't mind me asking a few questions, but while we've got a guy like Charlie here, I want to ask a few questions. Like when you played the iconic intro on Old Dogs and Children, did you just come up with it on the spot like you just did then?
Yeah, it was, you know, they had run the song down and every one of us were in there were just crazy about the song, you know, and Jerry Kennedy said, hey, why don't you play an intro to it?
Let's do it. Let's do the intro. I'll sing the first verse. In F?
F? Okay. F.
Old Dogs and Children, Watermelon Wine. How old do you think I am, he said. I said, oh, I don't know. He said, I turned 65 about 11 months ago. I was sitting in Miami, pouring blended whiskey down, when an old gray black gentleman was cleaning up the lounge. I just love that intro. And the key change, did you come up with the key change?
No.
I would have said yes if I did.
But I just wanted to say the last Saturday in May, we're going to do a tribute to Tom T down at the Station Inn in town. And the young bluegrass singer Alicia Nugent is putting it all together. So she said, we'll send you a song list. I said, please make sure you include Old Dogs and Children. Yeah.
Wow, we've done gigs with Alicia, haven't we, Dennis? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, that'd be great. We'll have to go see that.
Cool.
Wow.
Alright, Sonny.
I remember the year.
Yeah.
Sonny, before you talk about this one, it's
Freedom
actually a
Ride.
request for Brad Allen. He just loves you singing this song, and yeah. So this is for you, Brad. What have I jumped?
The tip jar.
Oh yeah. You do that. Sorry.
So, anyone who wants to tip us, here is where you can tip us. Here is our PayPal or Venmo. So yeah, if you're liking what you're hearing, you can send through a tip here, and I think the link is in the description usually. So yes, that's how you can do that. So, yeah.
Or even if you just share this live stream, that really helps as well. That connects us with lots of people who probably, wouldn't get to hear us, and hopefully they like the French Family Band and special guests as well. And, can follow us and come to any of our shows. We're always playing.
That text has been on there for a while.
It has, since 2019 when we first started. That's right. Yeah. Charlie, do you have a website?
I do have a website,
What is it?
charliemccoy.com.
There you go.
That's where my 46 albums are for sale.
46.
2 EPs, an instructional DVD, and an autobiography.
There you go. You need to go there. charliemccoy.com.
Charlie, one of our best buddies in Australia, and he's Australia's best pedal steel player, Michelle Rose. He'll be watching. I told him you were coming on, and he couldn't believe it because he said, and this is how he talks because he's a Mauritian. He's from Mauritius. He said, "Tell him I've got every album of his. I've got every record on vinyl." And he has. Barefoot Jerry and all those things you played on as well.
Yeah.
All that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if he's got 46. I think he's lying.
Well, many of them were done after vinyl kind of died away, but now it's coming back.
That's so cool. Well, big love to you, Michelle. And we were just talking earlier about the Tamworth Country Music Festival, and that's always been such a huge part of our lives back in Australia. We were there like every January. Stuie would have his annual Pickers Night at the pub, which was always a huge night. Stuie and I would be part of the awards band. So we've really missed it over the last few years, and we've been, watching and just loving all of the clips that we've seen and all the awards. And big shout out to our buddy Brendan Radford, who won the Musician of the Year award.
Oh, really?
Love ya, and that was so
Well
deserved.
done, Brendan.
Yeah, and lots of our friends. It was neat to see them all. And this next song is
Yeah. Also, one of the first years I went to Tamworth, this was one of the songs that won. I think album of the year, like song of the year, video of the year, like all that. And so since then, this is probably one of my most favorite like Australian songs. It's a Troy Cassadaly song.
And Troy won 3 golden guitars, I think,
Oh, for it?
at this
Oh,
year's.
this one.
Yeah, well done, Troy. Proud of you.
All right.
A great artist.
Is Charlie going to take the intro of this?
So, Charlie, we're arranging as we go, folks. Do you want to play over the intro, do you?
Yeah.
We'll play it together, but
Okay.
I just want to hear that harmonica.
All right.
It's so cool. All right. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Remember 1965, the story of the Freedom Ride. On a bus they rode from town to town, east to west, north to south, to get it from the horse's mouth. Those true stories on the ground. On a blazing summer's day, Charlie Perkins led the way at the public pool in Moree. Step back, said the man, you can't get in. You got the wrong colored skin. We don't want no trouble here, you see. All aboard the Freedom Ride. All aboard now, step inside. All aboard the Freedom Ride. Come and join the Freedom Ride. Fight for justice, fight for pride. all aboard the freedom ride. Charlie says now that's a shame, 'cause trouble is my middle name. You know words hurt more than sticks and stones. You can try to knock us down, try to run us out of town, but look around, you'll see I'm not alone. All aboard the freedom ride, all aboard now, step inside. All aboard the freedom ride. Come and join the freedom ride. Fight for justice, fight for pride. All aboard the freedom ride. Step inside, all aboard the freedom ride. We'll always need a freedom ride. Fear and hate will never die. All aboard the freedom ride. All aboard the freedom ride. All aboard.
I'm sure Troy would love that.
There you go, boys. A bit of Aussie music for you there.
Thank you.
That sounded a good message.
We normally put a Slim Dusty song in there too, but tonight we haven't got a Slim song.
That was great, Boo.
Yeah,
Thank
well
you.
done.
Well done, darling.
What's in? Oh, Moosa.
Oh,
Just before that, I had a question for Charlie now. I can't think what it was. Can't have been that important.
Josh, where are you from?
I'm from Russellville, Kentucky. It's not very far from here.
Russellville, Kentucky. Okay. Sonny, can you just give Josh a mic so he can
Oh, yeah.
talk? Just take it off.
Dangerous thing.
Just talk.
Get a drummer a mic.
I know.
When I was 3 years
Yeah.
So when we first got to Nashville, Cam and I got hired. Jeff Taylor hired us to play on a recording session that we were just blown away to think, you know, he included us. And Josh got to play. Josh was playing drums on it. It's when I first heard him, and it was crazy because every take was first take with that guy. He doesn't need to do them again. And it made me go, I've got to pull my finger out here and learn and look at the chart and actually pay attention, because the first take is the one everyone uses because it got magic. And Charlie will tell you this too, like everyone played in a room together just like we are tonight. And you get a certain magic when you do it like that, whereas if you do it bit by bit, you lose the magic, because everyone's on edge. Because if someone makes a mistake when you all play together, you've got to redo it again, because it means there's a mistake there, and you've always got to go live and do it again. So Josh was getting everything on the first take, because he must be from that same...
Yeah, what's your history, Josh?
Well, I've been in Nashville for 11 years. I moved here from the Chicago area, but I'm from Kentucky. I grew up there. It's just maybe like 45 minutes from here, Russellville, Kentucky. And yeah, I just love that about Nashville. You can show up to a studio with people that you just shook hands with 15 minutes prior, and you can make music like that.
Yep.
When the people are right, and when the sound is right, and when the songs are right, it's really magic around here. So it's really cool.
The two things I was taught when I first came here by the great Harold Bradley: you're going to be a studio musician, number one, check your ego at the door. Mm-hmm. Nobody cares how much you know. They want to know, what can you do now? And the second thing, and this is the most important, the singer and the song are the picture, we are the frame. Our job is to frame the picture, not to distract from it.
That's right.
Yeah, wow.
That is
Wow,
great.
well Wise words.
Yep. And that tells Nashville recording in a nutshell right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you know it's true, and you know it's true.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, Josh gets it.
Sure do. And Charlie, when he's one of the main reasons Bob Dylan came to town. I'm going to brag on him a bit because Charlie got to play on a recording session for him in New York, wasn't it? And after that, he said, "Right, I'm coming to Nashville." And when he came to Nashville, the floodgates opened because if Bob Dylan recorded in Nashville, it meant it must be good. It must be pretty cool to go there. And you witnessed that, didn't you, Charlie?
He gave us credibility to all of the people in folk music and folk rock, the folks that the movement that originated in San Francisco. They called them the hippies, but a lot of those groups would never come to Nashville before because they thought, I don't know what they thought. Rolling Stone magazine was their Bible, and it was never very kind to Nashville. I heard comments like cookie cutter music, assembly line music, all business and no art. And when Dylan came and did his biggest album, Blonde on Blonde, I'm telling you, it was incredible what happened here, really.
Wow. And you witnessed that. You were there on those sessions, weren't you?
I was. I went to New York in 1964 to go to the World's Fair. And I called the producer, who was a guy that was a songwriter that I used to lead his demo sessions. And he made his way into be a producer, and they offered him Bob Dylan. So Bob was doing the albums Highway 61 Revisited. And so he told me if I ever came to New York, call him, he'd get me Broadway theater tickets. So I called him and I said, "Hey, I'm in New York. How about my tickets?" He said, "No problem. Come over to Columbia Studio. I want you to meet Bob Dylan." I said, "Okay." So I went over there and he introduced me to Dylan, and Dylan said, "I'm getting ready to do a song. Why don't you get that guitar over there and play along?" There was an extra guitar. So we did a song called Desolation Row, 11 minutes long, and I was the only lead instrument on it playing guitar. And I was sitting there thinking, what would Grady Martin do? You know, Grady Martin is the Hall of Fame guitar player that played the amazing work on El Paso by Marty Robbins, plus a zillion hit records with the Nashville A-Team. Anyway, so after that, I didn't think about it much, and 1965 shows up, and the producer calls me, and he said, "Hire the band, Dylan's coming to Nashville."
Wow.
And he came down, and we did Blonde on Blonde, then John Wesley Harding, then Nashville Skyline, then Self-Portrait.
That's awesome.
And now here he is in our living room. How's that, eh, Charlie? How lucky are we?
Hey, I tell people for every big star I've played with 10 people no one's ever heard of, you know. And in Nashville, we don't care about that.
Yeah.
We go and we do our best with whoever we're with, you know, and that's what we were taught by the A-Team. And I bought in big time.
Oh, it's amazing.
You either buy in or you leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got that right. You got that right.
Well, Manaia, we're gonna get Mumu up here. She's gonna do a beautiful Loretta Lynn, Emmylou Harris classic.
Right. Good? All right.
So Sonny, you want acoustic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. It's all right.
maybe not. Yeah, I
You're
guess so.
fine on it.
Okay.
Just
Give me 1
record, my
second.
darling.
I'm gonna do a little bit of room.
Blue Kentucky Gal.
All right.
I'm just gonna turn you up a little bit, mate, for your. All right.
Oh. Okay.
All right. 1, 2. Oh, 1, 2.
You left me for the bright lights of the town. A country boy set out to see the world. Remember when those neon lights shine down?
way. Well done, darling. Oh,
She's growing tall, isn't she?
she is. I'm going to be the shortest one in the family. Very soon. I can feel it.
Hey,
Yeah.
if your goal is basketball, that's a problem.
Yeah, I know.
But if it's not a problem.
That's a good point. Oh, gosh. All right, what have we got?
All right, it's
Oh,
my turn.
Stewie.
You got to put up with me singing. Right, because as before we were talking about Charlie playing on some Bob Dylan stuff. Dennis, did you play some for Bob?
Yes.
Look at this. What about you, John?
I didn't.
You haven't yet. What stuff did you play on, Dennis?
Yeah, the stuff I'm on hasn't arrived yet.
Oh, okay.
wow.
That's secretive. All right, we better not talk about it. Wow. Oh, that's cool.
That's awesome.
Here's a song that everyone's covered, I guess. Like, I love the version Jerry Reed did of it, and more recently Merle and Willie Nelson did a version of it.
Yeah.
All right. It's called Don't Think Twice. What's that?
What's that album called? To the left.
I'm not sure. Can't remember.
Lefty, Punch on Lefty, or something like that.
Django and Jimmy.
Oh, sorry, Punch on Lefty's the other one.
All right. Here we go. 1, 2. Oh, actually, I can kick it off, don't I? Ain't no use to sit and wonder why, babe, if you don't know by now. Ain't no use to sit and wonder why, babe, if you don't know by now. When I'm walking down the road, I once loved a woman, a child I'm told. I gave her my heart, but she wanted my soul. Baby, don't think twice, it's alright. Ain't no use to turning on your light, babe. That light I've never known. Ain't no use to turning on your light, babe. I'm on the dark side of the road. I'm walking and I'm talking, walking on down the road. I once loved a woman, a child I'm told. I gave her my heart, but she wanted my soul. Baby, don't think twice, it's alright. Come on, Sonny. Heading on down that lonesome road, where I'm bound, I can't say goodbye is just too good a word, babe. So I'll just say fairly well. I don't need to say that I treated you unkind. You just kinda wasted all my special time. You're the reason this old boy don't walk the line. Baby, don't think twice, it's alright. Baby, don't think twice, it's alright. Yeah, thank you boys. Thanks for following me there. I nearly choked at the start. I went to start singing and nerves got to me, I think.
All right, well, we're going to do a song off an album that Stuie and I recorded a long time ago back in Australia. Before the French family band evolved, it was Camille and Stuie. And then we started having babies.
I thought it was Tanahu and the Yahoo.
It was Tanahu and the Yahoo. And then it was, what, the Captain and Camille.
Then it was French and Wench.
I don't believe I'd have told that.
No, I know.
We couldn't really find a name, so now it's the French family band. It's a
Yeah,
bit
that's much better.
tamer.
Yes.
The tea bags.
You remember?
Well, our backing band were the Teabags, yeah. We played at an RSL club. An RSL club in Australia is, what do they call them here?
Like the
return Allegiance
Yeah.
Club. And this friend of ours rang up because we were supposed to be playing there on the Sunday, and she rang up on the Friday to say,
Just to check if we were playing.
so who's playing there on the Sunday?
Yeah, but my maiden name was Tanahu, like it's a New Zealand Maori name, Māori name, Tanahu, which is, you know, living in Australia, it was a little bit hard to pronounce for some.
Yeah.
And anyway, yeah, a friend that rang, she got told, yes, it's Camille.
No, Stuie
Oh,
French.
Stuie, sorry. Stuie French and chamomile tea. That's what they got out of Camille Tanahu, was chamomile tea.
Yeah, Stuie French and his band Chamomile Tea.
So, yeah, from that moment on, we decided that our band were called the Teabags.
Teabags.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
And so Jeff Simpson is a big Aboriginal guy, and he played bass, so he was Black Tea.
Yeah, he called himself Black Tea, and we
We
had
had
an Earl Grey.
Earl Grey on the drums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, we had fun with that.
I was White Tea.
Anyway, this is a song that Stuie wrote. Was it with Emily Tahini, Stuie? Yeah. It's one of the first songs I think that, you know, you wrote. I love this one. It's called Without You.
What are you laughing at? Not that funny.
I know, it kind of went off somewhere.
So much. There's so much information right there.
Yeah, we
So
tend
much
to do that.
useless information.
Oh, good. This will come back to haunt you.
All right, 1, 2, or 1, 2.
I've gotta learn again how to smile, though it might take a while without you, without you. Just been telling myself a lie, 'cause I'm just not satisfied without you, without you. And like a seed, the wind is blown, where I land is where I'll grow, and I'll get by somehow without you. Well, I finally made up my mind. I'm gonna see what I can find without you, without you. And like a seed, the wind is blown, where I land is where I'll grow, and I'll get by somehow without you. I'm gonna learn again how to smile,
though it might take a while. Without you, without you, without you, without you.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
That was lovely.
The harmony I did in the chorus is like weird. It has like a cool but weird note. It's like
I've never heard it with a harmony. Pretty cool. You did good, Foo.
T-notes.
Yeah.
All right, Foo, you can do the
Oh, yeah.
tip jar quickly
Tip jar.
before we introduce Mr. Charlie again.
Yeah. So for those of you guys that missed the last advertisement,
The big ad.
here's the virtual tip jar. So yeah, paypal.me/Camille or Venmo Camille French, the French family. But yeah, so that's where you can tip us if you're liking what you're hearing, and if you don't like what you're hearing, you can give us a tip.
Just share.
Tip us.
You give us a big tip and then we can
Yeah.
retire from the music industry and you won't have to listen to us ever again.
That'll happen.
And also, don't forget, Charlie's got albums, so look up Charlie's website. He's got 46 albums. Apparently, wow.
That's awesome.
That's an effort. Wow.
Thank you, Foo. All right, Charlie, we would love you to do another. Will you say?
Well, 1965, I got called to play on a session with Johnny Cash. And when I got to the studio, he was said, "We're going to record the Orange Blossom Special." I didn't really know there were lyrics to it at the time. So we were working on this song, and he said to me, he said, "Why don't you play the solo?" And I'm like, "Uh-oh." This is, it's a famous fiddle song, and I'm trying to think, okay, I got to do myself, but I got to do something to keep the spirit of the. So I worked out a thing with two harmonicas to kind of emulate the fiddle on the chorus. And after the session, he came over to me and said, "Can you show me how to do that?" So I did. I said, "In fact, I'll tell you what, John, I'll give you these two harmonicas." And he started playing it out on the road on his show. So I really liked the song, and I decided to record it. And I did it on my album, The Medley of My Hit, The Real McCoy. But I recorded it at a slight slower speed. And as I began to play it, and I was starting to play a few shows, and the tempo kept getting higher and higher, and I thought, I've got to re-record this song. So 2 albums later, I did it again, and I brought the tempo up, and we had a chart single on it in Billboard, and this is what a fiddle song sounds like on one of these.
So, Charlie, we might, if you don't mind, we'll start off. I'll sing a verse or two of the Johnny Cash version because it's such
great.
An iconic version, the original one that I remember growing up to, listen to Johnny Cash with Luther Perkins playing guitar and your harmonica solo. Then you can let her rip. All right, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, look on coming down the railroad track. Yeah, look yonder coming down the railroad track. It's the Orange Blossom Special, bringing my baby back. Yeah, talk about a traveling. She's the fastest train on the line. Talk about a traveling. She's the fastest train on the line. I'll ride the Orange Blossom Special, rolling down that seaboard line.
So after I learned to play it better, We did a version of it that was about, and a 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's how it's done. That's how it's done.
Yeah.
Stuie.
Yeah. What does that mean? Stuie.
I always took it as calling the pig. Calling
Yeah,
the
me
horse.
too.
He's
Me
from
too.
Arkansas, you know, so I don't know
Yeah,
that part of
yeah.
it. Woo pig Stuie.
Right.
And domino. What does domino mean? Like Bob Wills used to say, domino in the middle of it.
I have no idea.
No.
There you go.
Rolls off the tongue.
Could have been he had a sock hung in the toe of his shoe or something. No, had a domino in the end of it.
Sock! All right. Well, Charlie, we'll get you to play another.
Okay, well, told you all this story about Johnny Cash in my hometown. And I made an album a little while back called Lonesome Whistle, a tribute to Johnny Cash. And he was amazing what he did, and the longevity of his songs is just unbelievable. And I want to play you now my very favorite Johnny Cash song. 3 pickups. Here's Stuie.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Thank you. That was amazing.
Charlie.
eh?
It sure was. Well, we're getting close to.
That's it, yeah. We are.
It's our last one.
Time flies. Hey, don't forget to check our website, thefrenchfamilyband.com. We've got a few shows coming up out of town. We're actually travelling over summer. We'll be in Rapid City, South Dakota, mid-June. And then we will be going across to, I want to say, Convoy, Ohio, and McConnellsville, Ohio. We'll be playing in Park Hills, Missouri. Where else? Wilmington, Ohio, later in the year. But check our website. I can't remember it.
And we've got some local gigs at the Bavarian Beer House and
Yeah,
at the
our
Station Inn. So we're going to have some fun.
Yeah, it's going to be great. So, yeah, check that out. A big thank you again to these lovely gentlemen who joined us tonight. Mr. Charlie McCoy. And Josh Hunt back there on the snare drum. Thank you, Josh. You were so beautiful. That was amazing playing. And of course, you know him, you love him, we love him. Back here on the bass guitar, Dennis, upright bass, Dennis Crouch, ladies and gentlemen.
You're right.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yes.
Went on the bass guitar.
Well,
that for
upright.
It's happened.
And for those of you that don't know us, this is Stuie French, I'm Camille, and this is Sonny French, and we've got little Miss Manaia somewhere. Come on.
Yeah.
She's downstairs. She's racing up now to come and join us for this
They're all right.
fun last song. I first heard this back in Australia. Casey Chambers sang it. I used to tour Australia and actually came here and did a tour in America with Casey. And anyway, I've since learnt it is a John Prine. Well, John Prine recorded it, and it was Tim Carroll wrote this song, and it's called "If I Could, Then I Would."
So we need all you boys to join in.
Yeah, join in at home. Okay, this will be fun.
All right.
Yeah.
A lot of words, so I better watch the tempo. That's 2, 3, 4.
If I could make my living going fishing, then I would make my living with a line and pole. Put food on the table, pay the money to the landlord, buy some work and close the lane and make money going fishing like a bait in a factory. If I could pay all these bills with my guitar, then I would pay these bills with some rock and roll. Put food on the table, pay the money to the landlord, buy some work, close the lane and make money playing guitar like I'm played in a factory. Hell, if I could, then I would make money doing something that I love and thank my lucky stars above. If I could just get by loving you, dear, then I would just get by making love to you. Put food on the table, pay the money to the landlord, buy some work and close the lane and make money making love like I'm paid in a factory. All right, Sonny boy. Well, if I could, well then I would make money doing something that I love and thank my lucky stars above. If I could just get by loving you, dear, then I would just get by making love to you. Put food on the table, pay the money to the landlord, buy some work and close the lane and make money making love like I'm paid in a factory. All right, Mr. McCoy. All right, Mr. Crouch.
Thank you, Charlie.
Come on, Josh.
Well, if I could, well then I would make money doing something that I love and thank my lucky stars above. If I could just get by loving you, dear, then I would just get by making love to you. Put food on the table, pay the money to the landlord, buy some work and close the lane and make money making love like I'm paid in a factory. Put food on the table, pay the money to the landlord, buy some work and close the lane and make money making music like I'm made in a factory. There you go. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. I saw someone ask about Chet too. He's actually out at his school prom, living his best life.
Senior prom.
With a sore knee. Anyone who didn't know, he cut his knee open during the week, so he's it's not pneumonia, but it's not far off it. He's limping around.
Oh, actually, you can't hear you. All right.